Hello folks, this is Jolts583, and today we'll be looking at Cyber Engine Night Morpher KM01X Comander. This was a third-party transformer, and this was a gift from my friend Wardog01 over at roosterteeth.com. And it is basically just a giant transforming steam locomotive. And I love steam locomotives. While on a recon mission, Night Morpher Scout discovered the eliminator known as Airscreech in a remote desert location, activating a warp gate. When Airscreech turned on the warp gate, a figure walked through the energy passageway. Airscreech recognized the figure as the Night Morpher Commander. Quickly, the commander took out Airscreech before the eliminator could defend himself. Scout, who was surprised to see his leader here, went down to greet him. Unknowingly to Scout, this was not his commander, who gave him his mission briefing earlier. This commander is a twisted mirror image from a parallel universe where Night Morphers are bent on destruction to further their empire of evil, while fending off the heroic eliminators. Now with access to a new universe, this fractured version of Commander can expand his villainous empire further than he ever dreamed, starting with the downfall of this universe's heroic Night Morphers. Well, that would be interesting to watch or read about. And on the back here we just have Commander and Commander X fighting. And here we have Commander X open up and in his vehicle mode. As you can see, he's just a very long purple train. A solid purple for the front half, and with a translucent purple in the back. A lot of nice gold on the sides here. Smoke on these little whistles, I think they are. And on the front here, you see the green gems all on the front, green lights, the little purple cow pusher. A lot of wheels on this guy. And speaking of wheels, this figure actually comes with a pair of railroad tracks for him to roll around on. It's a very nice little addition there. Honestly, I can't think of anything else to say about this thing. Honestly, I can't think of what else to say about this thing other than it just looks great. Just beautiful looking. And here we have Commander X transformed into his robot mode, which as you can see is basically a giant purple knight. And I gotta say, I love the look of this thing. It's quite obvious this is a Optimus Prime based head sculpt, but with smokestacks on the sides of his helmet, menacing red eyes, and a chrome faceplate. Just as a warning, some of these joints are pretty stiff, especially with extending the right leg. It's kind of stiff. The arms, you have to watch out for these little pegs that the hands are pegged into, but once you get them at, the rest is really easy. As for articulation, head is on a ball joint and can look everywhere. He has some light piping, but not really sure where it's gonna go since the eyes are painted. You got a hinge at the shoulders, as well as a ratcheting swivel, a ratchet and a tight swivel at the elbows, swivel and a hinge at the hips, ratchet at the knees, ankles are on a ball joint, as I think they are, and hip is on a loose ratchet. So you can get a lot of posability out of this guy. Oh, and one really nice little touch. Pull the front of the train down, and you see the matrix of aperture. And I call it that because, well, it's not the matrix of leadership, and it has the same design as the Aperture Science logo. Portal, good game. Now this figure does come with accessories. You might notice that about half of his train mode is gone. Where did the translucent purple bit go? Well, first off, we'll start off with the bits that came off of the train. You have this little thing at the back of the train, which folds out into a shield. Then you have the smokestacks here. Fold this down. And fold this bit out. And you have a rifle. The rifle fits good in his hand. And the shield can plug onto the side of his arm. And a hole similar to this one right here. And he looks good with them. Now here we have the back of the train. Why did the rest of the figure need this big hunk of plastic hanging off the back of it? Aside from just completing the rest of the train. You open this up. And inside holds a cannon and a sword. And beneath the whole thing, you can find 2 replacement hands. Just went ahead and took off the replacement hands here. They're basically the same as what is already on Commander X, except they're purple. So he has exchangeable hands. Fist bump. He also comes with this very shiny sword that my camera is having a hard time focusing on. There we go. Just very nice. It kind of looks like something Dracula might use. So, as for this thing, we have a giant cannon. But not just a cannon. Take out this piece. And these 2 pieces. Slide this piece out. You wind up with 2 rockets. Then you unplug this little piece right here, which holds this blade in. And now Commander has a lance. So what you're left with is a smaller sliding cannon. And just to get a better look at the fists here, regular black fists stick straight out, while the purple fists are more at an angle. Probably better for jousting and handling swords and whatnot. So let's get Commander here all armed up and ready to go. Gonna start off with the back here. Get these 2 cannon pieces attached. Fold that up. Then you gotta slide this groove over this little shelf here. Do that for both of them. And now he has a jetpack. New fists are already on. Let's put the shield back. Put his cannon on his other arm. Lance over here. Reattach the shield that fell off. And give him his sword. So yeah, I would not recommend messing with this guy. The reason why I chose this arrangement for the weapons is because, well, for jousting, you really want to have the shield on the other end to protect yourself. And if you can hold it, it'll add more weight to the swinging arm for the sword. And if you have block with this arm, you can shoot with this one. So right arm is for short melee and defense. Left arm is for mid-range and long range. Combine that with flight, and you've got a real force to be reckoned with here. And that is Cyber Engine Night Morphers KM01X Comander. Again, I got this from a friend Wardog01 or Mike over at roosterteeth.com. And I just gotta say, thanks a lot, man. You gotta love the creativity of a lot of third-party toy companies. These are off-brands done right. In fact, just to kind of go off topic here, the latest Transformers series, Combiner Wars, what they're doing for the limbs, for the combiners, is something that I've seen a lot in a lot of reviews of third-party Transformers. It would actually have posability in a combiner set, have it stay solid and all that, and, actually have elbows and knees that can bend at 90 degrees, not look twisted and horrifying. It looks like Hasbro is kind of starting to learn from some of the third-party toy makers, and in the Combiner Wars series, they look great. Hope I'll be able to get a few on this show. But, back on topic, Commander X over here, if you can get this guy, I highly recommend you picking this guy up, or the original Commander one. So, I thank you folks for watching, hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.